There is a draft bill being put together by the Greens, which should be introduced this year. Peter Short outlasted his prognosis for several months, but did pass away at the end of December. I remember saying to his family at the time, it's a very public way to go through that painful process of dying. We've all got to do it. His wife, Elizabeth, and son, Mitchell, plan to keep his campaign going now that he has died. Is Mitchell starting work?
Mitchell's trotted off this morning at 7:30 in his new suit, looking $1 million. He was very, very excited, yeah. And, yeah, Peter would have loved to have seen the day, but he's not here.
Must have made for an emotional morning.
Oh, look, I tried to keep it very low-key. So it was, I think it was an emotional morning, but Mitchell was really, really excited. And it'll be fantastic. It's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for him.
So will you have the glass of red with him when he comes home?
Actually, no, Neil. I know this is not radio television, but Peter said he was going to share a glass of red with you, in fact, so I have brought a bottle for you.
Oh, that's very nice.
I don't drink red, unfortunately. Peter's sister is joining us for dinner, and the three of us will have a glass and raise a toast to Pete.
Well, so will
and
I tonight.
You will as well.
I will.
Yeah.
I will tonight. The Prime Minister did call, didn't he? Not
He
long
did.
before Peter died.
Yeah, he did.
How did that go?
Look, it was wonderful. He was very generous with his time. He spoke to Pete for about 30 minutes and he listened. I don't think he is that educated about the whole dying with dignity debate. I think he learned something from Peter. And for Pete, it was absolutely the pinnacle from a personal point of view. What he'd been working toward for so long, and he'd done everything he possibly could to attract Mr Abbott's attention. He'd made silly YouTube videos, he'd made a rock song, and he had done absolutely everything, including direct lobbying when we went to Canberra in the early days. So for Mr Abbott to ring him, that was just his Everest.
Did he need the drug that he'd procured?
He didn't.
But it had done its job.
It absolutely did its job. I think that's the most important part. That drug, the knowledge and the means, as they say in the business, allowed Peter to live his life as fully as he did, with complete confidence that the end, if he chose, the end would not be taken out of his hands. Peter was an absolute control freak, no doubt about that whatsoever. And to know that he had that control, if he so chose, at the end of his life, allowed him to live the life that he wanted with no concerns.
There's a couple of messages in that, isn't there? He had control over the disease that was killing him, this bastard thing. He had control over it. The other thing is that there is a positive statement for palliative care there.
Oh, absolutely.
That he was well cared for in his last days.
Absolutely.
And able to die peacefully without the need for intervention which he had arranged.
Correct. I think if voluntary euthanasia had been legal at that time, Peter may have chosen for that perhaps a few days before he died. That choice wasn't available. He decided not to take the Nembutal. The circumstances were not conducive to that. So he made the decision to go into palliative care, and once he was there, it was a decision that he was very, very happy with.